wouldn't touch a modern master set now where every card is like 4 variants.
Well, that's the thing.
It'd be an absolute nightmare.
It is a nightmare.
Because that makes every set like 600 cards.
Yeah, but isn't like Ascended Heroes like something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Not for me. Thank you.
No,
No,
thank you. Speaking of master sets.
We don't want to welcome the people first.
We're
just going to get straight into it.
Yeah. Hi.
Man, we're good at this.
We've been hanging out all night. All right.
Yes. Welcome to another one.
Welcome to episode 8, featuring our dead lava lamp.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
New Vegeta.
Yep.
An orange light this time.
We're doing upgrades here.
Yes.
So we don't screw around on this podcast.
Well, that was just safety reasons, actually. That's just high vis.
Yes, correct.
So just a warning to everyone watching this to like tread carefully.
Yes. And also safety reasons as to why the lava lamp isn't on, because
electrical fault.
The electrical fault. Yes.
That's an exclusion zone.
So we are trying to get past 10 episodes without exploding and dying.
Yeah.
And with these steady improvements, we're getting there. I like it. Investments.
You happy with that intro?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Done.
Sure.
All right, now that everyone's welcome to the podcast and ready to get stuck in, Gio, we have some breaking news out of the Pokemon world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not very breaking at all. But we want to talk about Whatnot today.
Yes.
And how Whatnot about it is. Right?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. And I guess Whatnot, that's gonna get really annoying.
Yeah, it's gonna get old quick.
Yeah. But say that 10 times fast. I guess Whatnot is oh man, that's just okay. Anyway, Whatnot. How has Whatnot resellers impacted the hobby?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. So for those who don't know, Whatnot wasn't that big in Australia. Well, it didn't exist in Australia until 2024, late 2024.
Which makes sense, because I only just kind of started hearing about it around the 2024 mark.
Yeah, but I would hear about it from America.
Yeah.
Like you would hear
like
about
YouTubers and that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's this platform in America where people are live auctioning things. It's great for like sneakers and this and that. And I was like, oh, whatever. Like that's not gonna make it to Australia. Like I was like, whatever. Like yeah.
So some of the ones they would finish off their video with I'll be going live on Whatnot on this day.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching it going, that'll never take off.
That's right. So yeah, anyway, soft launch in Australia late 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is coinciding with the Pokemon boom, right?
One of, yeah.
Yeah, well, the most recent,
mm-hmm.
right? Oh, was 2024? Yeah, what are we now? 26? Yeah, late 2024.
Yeah.
So, coincided with actually kind of soft launch in Australia the same time as Pokemon Pocket.
Yeah.
Around about. So the last 6 months of 2024.
Yes, yeah, correct. Yeah.
And this was like Surging Sparks kind of release as well. So to be a Whatnot seller back then, you had to apply via email, and you had to have like some prerequisites and probably like a social media presence. And I think they looked fondly on people that were already vending or had a store, brick and mortar or online, to kind of qualify you to be a legitimate enough reseller or industry persons to be able to like, yep, okay, you fit the requirement.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do a soft launch in Australia. You know, you can start doing these things. Okay, great. It wasn't that much of a thing. Everyone was like, oh, well, whatever, right? Some big players were on there. Known vendors, and Pokemon personalities and stuff like that were on there. And then come like 2025, they really started to get a lot of traction. They really relaxed their requirements or prerequisites rather.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had some sort of a page, or if you had something that you could prove that you were like a seller, you could just apply. Right, apply and you're most likely get approved.
Yep.
Right, they even did like 1 month of like no fees. Right, and I think it was like 12% fee, so you could just sell no fees for a whole month. Right, really good to get you off the ground. And now from that, I'm pretty sure just like anyone.
I think anyone can just jump on now.
Yeah, I think it's like create a profile and off you go. Right.
Yeah.
Or at least it feels like that. So out of nowhere, it just took over, it just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Right. It just like, it almost like, I don't know, like before you knew it, you're like, holy shit, how big is this thing? And then you're like seeing people, like videos of people at vending shows just clearing tables. Like, yeah, I'm a whatnot seller. Like, I'm gonna selling this in the whole. This is my week's worth of stock. Like, I need this.
It's gone from me thinking a couple of years ago this will never take off.
Yeah.
To now every second person is on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And what it has done is changed the landscape of a Pokemon card, a single, let's say. It's kind of a pathway to get to the final consumer, to get to a home, to get into a binder, to get onto a shelf, whatever, right? To that final consumer who's going to enjoy it. It's essentially doubled the amount of hands it goes through.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you traditionally, let's say really traditionally, you'd buy sealed from Kmart, right? Which seems like such a foreign concept now, but like that was just like, where are you going to buy Pokemon cards? Oh, Kmart.
Yeah, correct.
Right? You would buy your sealed, you would rip, you would get something you didn't want. If you were kind of involved, you would sell on eBay, which wasn't like the massive thing, but you could do it. Or you would trade someone you know, or sell, or just go to a TCG shop and trade in, right?
Yeah.
Get some cash. And then the person who wanted that card and was going to keep it forever would then get that card, right? So retail, you trade or sell, and then to another retailer perhaps, and then it'll go to the final consumer, right? So 4 hands. Now, whatnot sellers are just like mass buying stock from wherever they can get their hands off it from. And that would now mean that if I sell to a TCG store, a whatnot seller could come in and buy everything, and then they resell it again until it finally gets to the consumer. Or they're buying collections, or they're buying, or from vending stores where there's another process. There's a whole another cycle. The cycle goes again. However, now that final consumer is now paying 90% of the time, at least, way above market price.
Yes, correct.
For this for this product.
Yeah.
Right. How's it come to be? Why is it like this? Whatnot is like it's entertainment. Okay. You're amused by it. It's a live auction. You're not like going on eBay and like having no personal interaction and just buying something.
Yeah.
You might befriend a seller, like you might always join their stream. They might shout you out. You might be entering a draw. There's music on, there's atmosphere. You're watching other people, bid and contest for things, and it's entertainment. It literally is. So maybe you're paying a premium, but at least you're sitting there for a few hours and get entertained, right? You got a Netflix subscription.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing. On the flip side of that, of the community aspect and the entertainment aspect, you're in a live auction. There's a psychology to it of FOMO.
Yeah. Yeah.
And excitement.
Yeah.
And you kind of want that praise from everyone in the crowd, and you kind of want, I won the auction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like,
there's a competitive side to it.
There's a competitive side to it as well.
Yeah.
Right. So all these things are happening, with whatnot to create a price increase, in the whole life cycle of that. I want to say secondhand market, more or less, of the salon of that Pokemon card. And now we've seen with prices in the whole Pokemon economy, that things are just exponentially booming.
Yeah,
And
correct.
no one wants to sell their cards for less, especially because they're going to go, well, that whatnot seller is just going to buy it and sell it at 120%.
Yeah.
Why would I give it to him to 80? Why would I sell it 90? Or why would I sell it 100 anymore?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to sell mine 110% too.
But that kind
Right?
of to give them like a little bit of defense, that kind of happened organically,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's similar to let's say you go into a card shop, right? You're umming and ahhing about a card that's, say, give or take $100.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to part with $100? Do I want it that badly, et cetera, et
Yeah,
cetera?
yeah, I do that a lot.
Then you go to a show,
Yeah,
and now money's being spun.
yeah.
Everyone's spending, everyone's pulling out a wallet, pulling out a card, getting their phones out, whatever, right? Now all of a sudden that $100 doesn't seem so hectic because you're not alone in your thoughts. Now you're surrounded by people doing a similar thing,
Yeah.
right? So now it's kind of like $100. I would have paid 150.
Yeah.
It's that in a handheld format, I believe.
Yeah.
And mind you, this isn't me saying it's a bad thing. Just that competitive side and that willingness to part with money to purchase is dialed up when several other people are involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Barring the fact that it's an auction, even if it wasn't an auction, even if it's, say, like a rip and shipper, similar kind of concept where like people are constantly, jumping on that streamer's like website or whatever and buying stuff for them to rip online.
Yeah.
As you're watching, yes, it's entertaining, but it's also kind of like, I want him to rip some packs for me too.
Yeah.
So now you're jumping on his website and doing the same thing. So it's that in an auction format. Now that's the reason that these cards are going 110, 120% higher
Yeah.
than normal. Because people are just competitive and willing to part with money on these things. Right?
Yeah.
It's entertaining for them to actually get involved, not just watch.
Well, that's the thing, right? And I think, you and I were talking about this earlier, and we couldn't actually pick a stance. Like, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? And I think, what that brings to mind is that, like, not everyone likes ripping Pokemon cards on their own.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to do it with a friend. It's nice to hang out. It's nice to be part of a community.
Yes.
So that Whatnot actually gives that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
They want to rip packs with people and celebrate with people, right? And have that kind of community.
Yeah.
And so those rip and ship pages, as much flack as a lot of things, we can get into that, but as a pro of this at least is, that you have that sense of community.
Mm-hmm.
I know Gio. I watch him on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting at home alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Pokemon, and this is my entertainment for the night.
Yeah.
I'm watching people rip packs and watch people get hits, and everyone's talking in the chat, and I'm part of something.
Yeah.
And like, this is nothing new, right? Like, like Twitch streams and all kind of live streams, like, they're all community based. It's just that a lot of people are spending a lot of money, or a lot of people are spending a little bit of money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now it's a Pokemon thing. But a negative side is that there's a lot of dodgy sellers.
Yeah, there are. There's plenty of them. Yeah.
There's a lot of sus gambling games on there, and I personally love, like, the spin the wheel ones. Right, like, it's roulette, like, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Right. But, like, okay, if you haven't got a gambling license and it's not regulated and so on and so forth, I get it. It shouldn't happen, right? It's literally against the law. But a bit of fun, and usually pretty well run. I think Whatnot really cracked down on it late last year at some point, and they really started, like, going through people's pages and getting warnings and bans and stuff if you were doing straight up, like, spin the wheel kind of style, which I get. Personally, I thought they were kind of fun, but now there's ones that I'm not a fan of, which is like, you've got to bid for a spot to be in the draw for a chance to win if your allocation pays out, essentially. So, like, I've seen ones where it's like, we're going to split up all the energies, and then, like, everyone's got to bid to be like get the fire energy.
To own that energy.
To
Yeah,
own that
yeah.
energy. So if the hit is a fire type, you get it.
Yeah.
Right? But you got to bid to get it. And
Yeah.
then if the hit is, electric type, you got to,
Yeah.
right?
Or
Then
you
you get it.
you get all the hits associated with that energy from that rip.
Pretty much.
That kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't like those because you've got 7 losers or 5 losers in one,
Yeah.
however many categories they do.
Yeah.
I don't like those, and I think that's a bit of a bad one, to be honest.
Yeah, can be. But it's also kind of like naturally sure, depending on the set, right?
Yeah.
But naturally, like what your fire type's going to go for a lot more
Yeah.
at a quote unquote auction.
Yeah.
Because it could be a Charizard in there, it could be anything, right? If it's Ascended Heroes, your Psychic type could explode because
Yeah.
everyone wants a Gengar.
Yeah.
Could be Electric type because everyone wants a Pikachu, but
Yeah.
no one's really wanting. Is there even a Steel type Pokemon in the top hits? I don't think so. I could be dead wrong, but like the energies that don't really have much to do with that set are
I've seen
probably
them
not
bundle
going to
them.
sell for much anyway.
Yeah, I've seen them bundle them. They'll do
Yeah.
like fire and steel together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Something
something like that. Yeah.
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 So yeah, the concept of it is a little bit how you're going. But yeah, there's no real I don't know. This we're not really coming at this from some kind of opinion piece style discussion. It's just more so, hey, how are we feeling about Whatnot's impact on the market and on the hobby, and what even is that impact? Even external to that is kind of like right now, because we just discussed the what the prerequisites used to be to actually get in.
Yeah.
Now there virtually are none.
Yeah.
So what is the barrier of entry now? Now that every Tom, Dick, and Harry can be a Whatnot streamer, realistically, if I now want to be one, and now there's a different barrier of entry. Now there's realistically, if I want any chance of survival, I've got to have some kind of following.
Yeah.
I can't be fresh Joe Blow.
No.
Because if I'm jumping on doing live auctions, like best case scenario, you have either 0 viewers or 2 or 3 viewers.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you have 1 and they're winning every auction at $1, right? And that would be shocking.
Yeah.
If you at least have 2, at least,
But you can't even do
like
it. You can't even-
like a house auction, one guy can't bid against himself.
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
You need a couple of bidders.
Yeah.
So now, that poses a different barrier of entry now.
You can't just turn it on and start now.
You could almost consider it a risk. It's risky to jump on, especially if maybe you have some capital to invest. Maybe you bought $1,000 worth of items to sell.
Yeah.
Or you're starting, the hard way, so to speak, and you're getting into your personal stuff, right? Because you want to get the ball rolling and you don't have that capital to back on.
You've been giving it away
But you're
for free.
virtually giving it away.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
correct.
can't do it.
Because realistically, you're up against these hotshots that have been doing it for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
And they've got big followings.
Yeah.
And they can come in to any TCG store, spend 10 grand and know full well that they're turning it into 15, 16.
Yeah.
Right? Because they have organically developed a community that are more than willing to pay, 130%.
Yeah.
Or I should say, sorry, 30% above market.
Yeah.
So now it's a different sort of side to the market.
It is, but to that point, you can't just start off anymore. You've got to have some sort of social media presence, online store,
Some
YouTuber,
kind of following.
something to bring people to your stream, to get some traction.
Mm.
But also, these people that are doing it, successfully, it's their job.
Yeah.
Like they are proper hustling. Like
Yes.
they're live for a few hours, right? Multiple times per week. They're got to source product. They've got to have a proper like shipping production line. Like, you know, you got to have like, and Whatnot's actually pretty good with it. You can like, you know, I think everything can print in to your thermal printer pretty efficiently and in order.
Yeah.
But like you see because I've in the early days I spent some time on it. And I had a bit of fun. Like I quite enjoyed it, and I had to stop. I literally uninstalled the app because I was like, I'm having too much fun.
Yeah.
Right?
It happens. It happens.
This is great, but like I don't want to be spending $20-$30 a night
Yeah.
doing this, right?
Yeah.
And so you know, you see what they do. They kind of they'll label the card, right? And it'll kind of be like, okay, this is item number 10, right? Gio, congrats, you got it. Not item number 10. And you've either got a pile already of all of Gio's things,
Yep.
right? And you're putting them all there, or
Yep.
like you label that as like, you know, whatever your seller number, I don't know, some sort of unique identifier.
Yeah, sure.
So you've got to be organized,
Yeah.
right? And you've got to like put everything, you know, every time you sell something, you got to put it in the right spot.
Yep.
And then later you got to come back, and it's all got to be structured and organized. So you got to put it in like I've seen people have like those stacks of, kind of like you know, like a row of cards, but they're individual cups.
Yeah.
So you know that's one, or that's one, and then you get all the bags. And then you got to print it all, you got to ship it all, you got to take it to the post office, and then if you're a rip and shipper, then you've got an hour of cleaning up 1,000 ripped packs
Sheesh.
all over the floor.
You don't see the aftermath of a room.
Well, I've seen some, when they show it.
That's the thing. When you're watching
like,
it,
you don't realize.
You don't realize.
Yeah, the pile
But
actually comes up to the top of the table.
I used to have a mate that didn't live too far from me.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was ripping shipping. And the anxiety that I felt going into that stream room one time, because the night before he just did not have the time or the energy to clean up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was hard to walk into.
Really?
Yeah.
Just chaos.
So that screen angle looked fine.
Yeah.
That floor, however, sheesh. But no, yeah, there are some real hot shots on this platform. That have like a full like business model set up for it.
Yeah.
Heck, there's one guy, one crew, I guess I should say, in the States that stream 24 hours.
Really?
They've got a roster of people that come in to just continue that stream and to keep it going. And they're successful to the point where they don't, and here's what I mean about organically selling at 10, 20, 30% above market.
Yeah.
They've done this, and they've done this very well, to the point where they vend at shows and stuff like that. And I watch content because, you know, it's interesting.
Is this Go to Pools?
No, it's someone else entirely. But when people come to sell them stuff, they more often than not, I should say, will either buy at market or just below market if they can work out some kind of deal. And sure, sometimes like they have the business sense and they know when they should increase those margins a little bit and buy something at 80-85%, the typical thing you see.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like he says full well, he'll pull out the comps and he'll be like, this is what it's going for. And let's say, you know, $2,000. He goes, I'll give you 1,900 now. Right? Because he knows full well, as soon as he puts it on his whatnot, it's going to sell for 2,300.
Well, that's the thing when you're doing it all day, every day. Like you would have it down to a T of like this type of product sells. You know, it always goes over market. This is slow. Not many people bid on it. You know, and you'll kind of know what to pay for it.
So yeah, obviously, there are some big dick swingers on there.
Yeah.
So like, what chance do I have realistically? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not in a woe is me kind of fashion, but more in a like, hey, if I realistically want to give this a shot, I can't be fresh.
Yeah.
I can't be fresh to, maybe I'll have knowledge base in the hobby. Maybe I'm not fresh to the hobby, but I'm fresh to that side of things. you're giving yourself little to no chance.
Yeah,
There,
you can't just start from it.
there.
You've got to work. It's like Twitch streaming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like with Twitch streams, like the same thing. You don't just if you just turn the camera on
Yeah.
and play games.
Yeah.
No one, you can have the best stream on the platform.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no one's gonna know you're there.
Yeah. Correct.
You got to like hustle on other avenues.
Plus, unlike Twitch, there are some real sharks on Whatnot.
Yeah, hunting for a deal.
People go hunting for the people that have little to no viewers.
Yeah.
That are just starting out. And on one side, hey, that's the risk that you run, trying to give it a crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But on the other side, you kind of feel bad.
Yeah.
Because you know full well that that's a $20, $30 card.
Yeah.
But because there's no one else in the auction, you got it for $5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's rough. It's rough. Not to mention, obviously, we've all seen, sorry, we've all scrolled past, shorts and clips of like your scammers and the guys that are ripping shipping, and they're opening up a pack and they just so happen to see that there's clearly like an SIR or something in there.
Yeah.
So they do the whole, oh, why is my music off? Hang on, let me just take both of my hands off screen so I can adjust my phone that I normally use one hand for.
My Uber Eats is here. Hold on, guys. I gotta get the door.
And then you come back and, there was actually, it was just an energy card.
Yeah.
There was actually nothing in there. You see it all the time.
Or the ones where they've resealed the pack and they've labeled on the energy card like who got that pack. But they accidentally
they left that in there.
They put it back in.
That's the best. Actually, I saw one guy.
Why are these cards upside down? Whoa.
I scrolled past one guy literally a couple of days ago, and this guy got hounded in comments because all of the auctions were won by the same person.
Oh.
The same person was him on his phone.
No shit.
Yeah. So he's shill bidding his own stuff.
Oh my God.
Because people literally picked up on the fact that he's opening with both hands.
Yeah.
And every time his left hand goes off screen, a bid happens.
This one guy bids? Yeah.
So everyone's like, how stupid do you think we are,
oh
champ?
Oh my God.
That's
wild.
There's people like that, man.
Jesus
and you
Christ.
can't, those are the 1%ers. You know what I mean?
I think it's a lot higher than that.
Yeah, absolutely right.
But there are legit good ones.
No,
right? Like
but that's
legit,
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good ones. Yeah. We can't sit here and say, hey, there are scammers on there, therefore don't go on Whatnot.
Yeah.
You do obviously watch out for them.
Yeah.
And there's going to be reputations and stuff, and they all have communities of some sort, right? So just be wary of who you're jumping in to purchase off and stuff like that. In terms of, it's obviously got a massive impact. Because there's going to be, especially at local shows and stuff like that, these guys going to tables and, looking around and, yeah, cool. How much for the lot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's it's having a steady sort of ripple effect on the market locally.
Yeah.
Right? Not on a grand stand or anything like that, but that's probably the only sort of impact it would have to your day-to-day person, I guess.
I think the impact is actually very hard to measure when it comes to the local market, because there's so much hype with Pokemon that everyone's interest is contributing to the price increase.
Yeah, yes. Yep.
But you also have these big players come through and, like you said, just clear the whole table.
Yeah.
And like that just makes prices and the market stronger. Like people aren't gonna. Thanks. People aren't gonna lower their prices, and vendors aren't gonna lower their prices if Whatnot buyers are present. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, correct.
Like
correct.
they might strike a deal at 90% or 85% because you're buying the whole lot, but also they know that there's freaking 10,000 people at this expo. All my shit's going to sell no matter what.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, do I really want to get cleared out right now? Because then I'm not going to have anything for people to come and buy.
Yeah. Plus, if you're selling everything at, say, even like the high end of 90-95%, because this Whatnot streamer knows he'll sell well above market.
Yeah.
it's kind of like, yeah, it do I just sell it to this one guy, sell the whole lot, go home early,
Yeah.
or do I be a bit more patient, knowing full well that I've got good stuff here, it will
It
sell,
will sell. Yeah.
and I'll get a little bit more money for it. It'll just take a bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Well, you're there all day. And
Mm,
yeah, I mean, it's interesting for the vendor because you do want to engage with the community. You do want to build relationships.
yeah.
You do want to be able to trade with
Do
people.
you just want to sell and go home? You know what I mean?
Well, I guess it depends who you are, right?
Mm.
We talked about Whatnot for ages.
Oopsies.
It has affected eBay,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Like eBay now has done this huge overhaul of their business model
Mm.
with going live
Yeah.
platforms, right?
Correct.
So you can now go live on eBay.
Yep.
It's pretty much just Whatnot, just on eBay.
Yep.
Probably a lot more regulated, I would say.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't looked into it too much
Neither have
myself,
I,
to be
but
honest. Yeah.
eBay's very strict with their,
Yeah.
you know,
With most things on their site.
Whatnot was the Wild West for a while, and it still kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
Just not the same as it was.
Yeah. Correct.
But eBay did their whole overhaul with like you can now sell if you do less than 25K a year
Mm-hmm.
with no fees,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Which is massive.
Yep.
So it's changed the hobby quite a bit for
Mhm.
better or worse. It's hard to say. There are pros and cons.
Yeah.
I guess it
As with
depends
anything,
on
yeah.
it depends on your experience and with the service, and depends on your wants and needs, right?
Yeah. Correct. Speaking of service,
Yes.
they're at it again.
I love
The
us. I love our segues so
Yeah,
much.
we are absolutely the best at
We
it.
are elite.
The PSA,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh. Public service announcement.
Correct. Yes. They. I'm not going to say they've shit the bed, right? It's probably the wrong term to use, but they've made headlines yet again, because they have just come out and announced that they're pushing everything back. Right? All their turnaround times are going to be longer now.
Again.
Yes. So, the regular tier, right? So as we know, there's no value tier at the moment. They're massive. What at the time was something like 14 million card backlog.
So value tier was
that was the one that was cut.
The lowest
Yeah.
price point.
Yeah. And there were a few
time.
sub tiers within there and stuff, but ultimately that entire value tier, that whole bracket, was not axed. Jeez, hello.
Do you want some water there?
I'm trying. I'm drinking. My throat's just throating. What do you want?
That's some good water.
Good H2O. No, but that whole value tier essentially graded out for now. Yes, it will come back. Who knows when?
It's on pause officially.
Yeah, essentially yes.
Their statement was it's on pause.
So regular is your new entry point, right? Now that is, we looked at it just before jumping on, was about 80 USD, right?
Okay. I know we looked at it, but I do not recall a single price.
It was 80 it was 80 USD for regular.
Okay.
Right. Now, us being in Australia land, it's a little bit more for us.
It's like what, 150? What would that be?
Nah, it's probably typically a little bit more than that.
Really?
Yeah, 170, 180, 185.
We got to through a third party and everything.
Yeah. So, which is perfectly. It's probably the better way to do it. To go through, like a local shop that have a good reputation, that can send it off on your behalf.
I mean, can we even submit directly to PSA?
I don't think we can.
I don't think we can.
I've never looked into it, if I'm being perfectly honest. Like,
I just didn't think it was a possibility.
Me either. That's why I never looked into it, because I just assumed you'd have to have some kind of account with them in some way, right?
Yeah.
So going through like a local retailer and stuff like that, you're looking at like 180, 185, right? They're going to add their own handling fees and stuff like that.
Dude, it used to be 50. It used to be 40 or $50.
Yeah, for way back when. Who knows? Yeah. but that is your new sort of baseline
Yeah.
entry point. That has now increased its turnaround to 70 to 80 days,
Okay.
right? So what's that, like 6 months, give or take?
No.
Is it?
2 to 3? 30 days a month. 70, 80 days.
No, but I think they're running business days.
Oh.
Yeah, business days, not Saturdays, Sundays.
Oh.
So I think we're talking. I think it's around about the 5 to 6 month mark.
So then, yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Yeah. Apologize.
Well, you just said days. You just said days, bro.
No, that's fair. I did just say days.
How come PSA isn't a 24/7 company yet?
I don't know, man.
It's 2026.
I think they need to learn off those whatnot streamers that we were talking about.
Legit.
Start hiring people around the clock, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, their backlog is backlogging right
Yeah.
now. We don't know the state of their backlog, to be honest.
Well, I think it's actually across all states. Yeah.
Good.
Thanks.
So we know that it was at 10. It increased dramatically to around about the 14 mark before they decided to cut the value tier.
Yeah.
What is that now? I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's
That's million, right?
Yes, sorry.
Like how many
It is
cards they've
million.
got?
Yes, correct.
Sitting there
Doing
on their desk,
collecting dust. Yeah.
being like, "Grade me, please,"
Yes.
and they're like, "No, sorry, we're busy."
You have to wait.
Yeah.
It did say in this. So for a little bit of context, I had a PSA submission return last month that was sent off in Jan.
Did you 10?
I tenned one thing, and
Yeah,
I got shafted and everything else.
Classic.
So
you had a very standard run-of-the-mill experience.
Sure. Yeah, pretty much. So that, in terms of turnaround time at the time, that was sent a value tier, right, back in Jan.
Yeah.
And value tier at the time was around about the 4 to 6 month mark.
Mm.
So that was around about right. Before this submission came back was when that whole backlog thing happened and blah, blah, blah. So I was concerned that it was going to push back that submission.
Okay.
And it didn't.
Oh, okay.
Right? So obviously at the time it was like cards that we're receiving from now on that haven't started the process will have this new pushback date.
Yeah.
Now they've come out and said, if your cards are not in the grading process, because there's a whole process involved.
Yeah.
Even before it actually gets to the grading stage.
Right.
If your cards have not been graded, then they will be affected by our new scheduling.
So basically everything that's still in the storeroom, that
everything's
in the mail room that they just received,
pushback.
Yeah.
Even though they sent it off at regular tier, expecting that what at the time was a 3 to 4 month mark, something like that, are now expected to be probably a few months on top of that.
See, they really messed up with that because they didn't stop accepting cards.
Mm-hmm.
They just said, if you pay more, we'll still grade you.
Yeah. But people still sending them in droves,
and people
man.
still paying more, which means that like, they kind of like said like, you know, I use the analogy of like a gym membership. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, we've got 3 tiers of this gym membership. But like, you know, we're at like 95% capacity. So we're just going to remove the 2 lower tiers. You can only buy the premium membership.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the problem is, you're getting the premium membership. You got to wait 3 hours for a bench press.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, what the hell?
Yeah. Correct. Absolutely right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then everyone else that got in early and got that discounted membership and stuff, they can't even get into the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you submitted your cards and then everyone's like, well, I got more money than you, so I'm skipping the queue.
Yeah.
So your little 6 month wait is just now 9 months.
Yeah.
Soz.
But now, as far as I'm aware, they've pushed them back almost across the board. So they've got like an express tier or whatever.
Yeah.
Even that got pushed back a little bit.
Yeah.
So now I'm wondering, because we know, sure, eventually that value tier is going to come back, right? You would think. I think it's going to come back inevitably. But
only if their submission rate drops.
Well, correct, but I think they're going to try and not necessarily stem the flow, but at least slow it down a little bit to avoid another large scale backlog. And to do that, they're either going to A, increase the price of value tier, or perhaps increase the prices across the board.
Oh yeah.
B, have the value tier be exponentially longer. I theorize that's what will happen, by the way. I think the current turnaround times for the available tiers will remain as they are. And once the old value tier comes back, I think it's going to be like an 8 to 10 month turnaround. I think it'll just be a ridiculous one. Hey, it's a value tier. It's your entry point. As a result of going for this entry point rather than paying a little bit more, you're just going to have to wait a hell of a lot longer.
I think,
I think it'll be like close to a year before you get it back.
It could very well be. I think, but the thing is, they are such a large establishment, and they would have so much data on consumer behavior and the number of people submitting and what they're submitting, like as in what tier they're choosing, and what they're willing to pay and how long they're willing to wait. And they will just look at it and look at the data, and it will just come up on a dashboard, and they will go, all right, so based off XYZ, well, this is what we're going to do. And like, they're just going to continue killing it. Like they just know too much. They're too strong, too powerful, and the most sought after. That they're just going to go, yep, this is the best business move. And enough people were happy with this. Because I don't think they shy away from controversy.
No,
do you know what I mean?
But it's also like, for them, it's impossible to avoid.
It is,
right? And that's the price you pay of being as big as you are. Right. When you're the tippy top of the mountain. And you bought out the very next best one. So they're all under the same umbrella. So now there is little to no competition.
So
that's like close to them.
They bought
BGS.
They bought Beckett, right? And they're called like the card. They're the umbrella company. What's the umbrella company's name?
I don't even know. I don't even know, to be honest. But now, like, all these other sort of up and coming great, like your Tags, etc.
I love Tag.
I think they're great. I think they have great looking slabs. Sure, they've got some things to work on, but that's a whole other discussion. But like they're not even remotely close, right? So in terms of being controversial in some way, shape, or form, that's what's going to happen. Just like the best player on any soccer pitch is going to be probably the most scrutinized. You know what I mean? It's just part and parcel of being the best.
No one talks shit about Ronaldo.
Absolutely not. Nah, 100%. He's just a perfect person.
He's got no haters.
No
controversy.
Zero. Everyone
no spotlight.
Correct. But yeah, like in terms of that having an impact though, moving forward, that's what I think will happen to that value tier. I think it'll be ridiculous, or it could be both cases at the same time. Maybe they increase prices overall, but they also increase turnaround time, so they could just literally do both. Which is solid possibility, because they know full well, being the best and being the largest, people are still going to send stuff in, right? So even if it's more expensive and longer turnaround. So
in summary, PSA have been PSAing, and they're going to continue PSA.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Classic PSA.
In terms of classic PSA, in terms of like impact to market, I said this a few episodes ago, and I stand by it. I think PSA 9s will have new value, higher value.
Modern 9s?
I think even modern 9s, because now it's taking a lot longer to receive them back, and it's more expensive to even send them off to begin with.
For modern ones, for sure.
So I think 10s will get more expensive. I think 9s will get more. I think 10s will be like sort of crazy more expensive, and it could be a hot take maybe. I think 9s will get steadily more expensive. Whereas, currently more often than not, give or take $20-30, PSA 9s are considered more or less raw price. Right? I think new raw price will be 7 to 8. PSA 7 to 8. I think 9 will have more value, and I think 10 will have more value again.
So in the context of a new set, a new release, right? Like let's look at like Pokemon 30th anniversary, for example. Actually, that's gonna be that market price is that's just gonna be a ridiculous one. Let's just look at any generic new set, right?
Yeah.
If you pull a card today
Mhm.
and you want to get it graded by PSA, you are now limited to or restricted or forced rather to have to pay a high dollar amount, right? Like triple what you used to have to do.
Yes.
And it's going to take what the $50 time period used to took, and now cost you $150. So to get it graded, it's going to cost you more. So that in itself means potentially less people will be submitting cards for grading. People are only going to submit something if they think it's going to get a 10. The population of those graded cards, if that is true, means that it will decrease. And so less on the market, longer time to market, should increase prices.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if math is mathin'.
Look, I've always been a believer that PSA 9s shouldn't be a raw value.
No way.
Right? Because it's just ridiculous. Not only has money been put in to send it off for grading and the time it took to get back, but it's also, permanently encapsulated
But
and safe and protected.
a 9 is an amazing card.
A 9 it says on the label, mint.
Yeah.
It's not gem mint 10.
Yeah.
But it is still mint condition.
Yeah.
Right? Which means it's near perfect.
Yeah.
So why is it raw value then? That's one thing I've just never understood. Even 8 is near mint.
I think investing just created a massive demand for 10s where everyone's like, if it's not a 10, I don't want it.
Yeah.
And so the 9s were just
But
like,
look, there's also you can easily argue, especially with modern sets, with how many are out there, how many singles are out there of any particular card.
yeah.
Barring some kind of like serialized card, there's always a truckload of them around, right?
Yeah.
So the argument there is that I either want 10 or I want a 10 contender because there's heaps of them. There's heaps of them, and I can and I will find one. Right? So I understand that, but yeah, for 9 to be near raw, that's never, especially when you consider a 10 being not even slightly more expensive, but ridiculously more expensive as is. If we're talking $1,000 card coming back as a 10, potentially pushing 4-5 grand, to me, it just doesn't make sense that a 9 isn't, all right, I'm not saying a 9 should be 2 grand, 3 grand, but a 9 there's no reason it shouldn't be, what, $1,500.
What's crazy about a 9 is that you can also just crack it and resubmit it and probably get 10.
Yes, we did say that in the last episode. You could easily do that. Yeah,
you're hunting for a perfect raw. Just buy a 9, crack it, resubmit it, and probably get a 10 anyway.
If you're patient enough, you submit it several times, and eventually you'll probably get the 10, which is a wild thought. Another wild thought. Speaking of wild thoughts, we're gonna put this on pause real quick because I got to take a piss.
Yeah, that's wild.
I think that was our best segue yet. Yes. All right. Game time.
Big Javan. Game time. All right. So tell us today what game we're playing. What are the rules?
All right. Simple one. Buy, hold, sell. All right. So put your investor bro hat on.
Yeah.
3 items each. It's not a versus. It's nothing like that. We'll literally just rattle them off one at a time. We'll discuss based on current market, whether it's tanked and it's probably a good time to buy.
Yeah.
whether it's on the rise,
Yeah.
which means a good time to hold, or it's probably topped out and it's peaked,
Yep.
and it's a good time to sell.
Yeah, I bet.
Super simple.
So on the
Could be
premise,
singles, could be sealed, could be whatever.
of hold, we're making the assumption that we already own one.
Yeah,
Right,
sure.
yeah.
It's I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Cool.
Easy.
Let's do it.
All right.
Off the bat.
First one.
Hit me with your best shot. Far away.
Hmm.
I wonder how that's going to sound on playback.
That's going to sound so good. All right. Sealed Lorcana box.
Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Like base set Lorcana?
No, just any Lorcana box.
Oh.
I haven't delved into Lorcana
Neither.
much. I can say I'm low key becoming a fan.
Yeah.
Right, they've got some really cool cards that I feel like I need to own.
Yeah.
But as a side quest, so just a sealed Lorcana booster box, not a case, nothing like that.
If I had one, I would sell it because I don't know shit about Lorcana, and I don't know if holding it is a good idea or not. So I would just offload it because I don't want to lose.
I suppose that's fair enough.
Yeah.
I believe it's a really good hold.
Okay.
Lorcana's just doing bits at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a game, like an actual, like it's a TCG, right? It's a trading card game associated to it.
Yeah.
So it's not just a collector piece or anything like that. Yes, it's got a very large collector base. The game itself is, I think it's a little bit bigger in America, not as big in Australia. Still has its pockets, I'm sure. But even then, it's just going strength to strength.
But do you think it has longevity?
Because
if it falls off a cliff tomorrow,
hard to say, right?
You know what I mean?
I don't think it's gonna fall off any cliffs. I think it's if anything, it'll get to a point where it peaks and starts trickling down.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's just gonna be a massive like dump tomorrow or anything like that. So I think it's a steady hold. From what I've seen, from the from the bits of research and stuff that I've done, for context, I'm a massive Lion King fan. So there are some Lion King cards that I want. And they're pretty expensive. Like we're talking like $700-800.
what?
Yeah.
Really?
Plus the pull rates in Lorcana are crazy. To get like an EX level card, like a Pokemon EX level card,
Yeah.
is sometimes like a case hit.
That's wild.
It's wild stuff. It really, really is. Which is why, like, in one of the more recent sets, that Buzz Lightyear card is like,
oh, I saw that.
dude, it's like $3-4 grand.
Yeah.
It's,
I did see that.
It's ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a proper collector base for Lorcana.
Jeez.
So it's a really good hold, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But look, selling from a knowledge standpoint actually totally makes sense. Totally makes sense.
I'd just sell it and buy more Pokemon cards, so it's not maybe not necessarily a good
Yeah.
move.
Correct. All right, you go.
Yeah.
We've got about 3 each. By the way.
We've got exactly 3 each.
Yeah.
Unless we double it up, that'd be funny.
Correct.
All right, I've got a really interesting one. Well, I know it's very common, but 151 ETB. Not Pokemon Center, just, from Kmart, you got it. The Snorlax is in there.
Yeah.
You're a happy man.
Yep.
This is tricky because it's at an all-time high every month, right? But it's kind of stagnated.
It's slowed down a little bit.
It's slowed down. Yep. And, people aren't ripping it anymore because it's so expensive. And with 151, it's so sealed. 151 is so overpriced that you're not making your money back even if you get the Charizard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
correct.
well, it depends what you're.
I think Charizard's at like, what, $600 or something like that
but
at the moment.
It's been very steady. It hasn't gone like it was 300 a few years back, and I was like, I should really buy that card.
Yeah, correct. Which we say every year about every card.
I know.
Yeah.
But But yeah, it's pretty much stagnated,
Mm.
right? And I think that sealed 151 has probably hit a bit of a soft ceiling right now,
Mm. Yeah, maybe.
until the cards catch up to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because why the hell are you going to buy 151 sealed
Yeah.
when the whole premise behind premium sealed is because you could hit the chase,
Mm.
and that chase is worth more,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So with 151, it's the other way around. So I think it's in its own little bubble.
Yeah.
But I don't think anything's going to happen. I just think the cards will go up in price.
Also consider the fact that 151 was just so heavily ripped
Mm,
that there's just ultimately less sealed product going around.
yeah,
There just isn't as much out there.
yeah,
So it's kind of fetching a little bit of, because we need to, it's very easy to forget that the sealed product in and of itself is a collectible,
it is.
right?
Yeah,
So yes, the items in the thing,
yeah,
have there are chase cards, there are this and that, and they will have an effect on ultimately the value of the sealed unit.
yeah,
But the ETB itself, as a sealed ETB, is a collectible,
yeah, yeah.
right? So that's what we got to remember as well, and that's why a lot of these like weird sets that are maybe just historically shitty sets, like Steam Siege back in the day, I swear is like 6 or 7. I try to avoid that sequence of number as
6, 7,
best I
6,
can, and
7.
I've let myself down.
Hey.
Shh, that's enough. That's enough. Put that to bed. Is somewhere in the realm of like $700, and
Yeah.
it's generally not a good set,
Okay,
right?
so 151 ETV, what are you doing?
So I think, tricky one, because I see your point. It's slowed down and it's hit a little bit of a soft ceiling. I think, being as popular as it is, I don't think it's going to tank by any means.
Mm,
Um, Therefore, I don't think it's a sell. I
mm,
think it's a hold.
mm-hmm,
Right? It's very expensive to buy, but I do think it'll trickle down potentially a little bit more, especially getting closer to 30th.
mm-hmm.
These big ticket items, people will sell them to try and put money into 30th.
Yeah,
That's when it'll be a good time to buy, I think. So it'll trickle downwards,
yeah.
but if you've got one, hold.
I think any small dip in 151 is a good time to buy.
Yeah,
And
yeah, correct. Because
totally,
I think moving forward,
yeah,
it's going to be one of those.
it'll be a classic.
It's going to be one of those
It's
classics.
gonna be a classic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
I think the 151 has touched the widest spread of Pokemon fans.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Just because it's the
Is it
OGs.
touching fans, is it?
It's touching.
Mm.
It's giving touch. I'm with you. I would hold. I would definitely hold. And if it dips, I would buy. Onto you.
My turn. Broad one, right?
Mm,
Vintage singles, but I'm
mhm.
talking like base to rocket.
Okay.
Right?
Hollows.
Sure. Just broadly, vintage singles.
Vintage singles.
I personally think, barring another shift in sentiment, I don't think the vintage market is just constantly going strength to strength. I could have this completely wrong. I'm totally fine if I do. But I see it as, if you were to invest money in it, I think it's a money holder, not a money gainer.
Yeah.
Right?
Slow.
I think I don't think it's necessarily hit a hard ceiling by any means. Um, I just think it is no longer in the realm of sharp increases by any means.
Yeah.
Maybe trickling increases here and there. But I think,
So what are you doing?
I think if you own, you could sell in order to buy something else,
Mm.
right? If because it's liquid, right? People still want vintage.
Yeah.
I don't think, if you're wanting to buy, it's a bit of a fence sitter answer. I'll give you this, right? But it's if you're wanting to buy, I wouldn't buy thinking that it's going to sharply increase in value anytime soon. Even if you're getting like PSA 10s and stuff like that, I think they're kind of stagnant.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think they're coming down, however. But unless everyone has a sentiment shift and starts going hard on vintage again, I don't think it's going anywhere. So this is, weirdly as it is, and I know because like I'm the one who brought up the game, this could very easily be any one of the three categories comfortably.
You have to pick one, Gio. They're the rules.
I don't wanna.
You made the
I
rules,
don't wanna.
and now you're breaking them. You just gave a case for every single reason.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. But that's what I'm saying.
You know what I think? I reckon sell. I think vintage is at a point now where it's hit its mass growth. Like it's skyrocketed a few times and it's very steady now.
Agree.
There's only so many people that want it. And that amount of people isn't going to drastically increase. It's going to increase slowly. So I think it's hit a soft ceiling and that it will only, its liquidity won't get any better. So the demand for it won't get any better. So if you're holding a lot of vintage with the purpose of making money, I would sell and probably invest your money into something that's got a bit more growth.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
If you have a low risk tolerance, it's probably a safe hold as well. Yeah, because it's not going to tank.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why like any three of the options are a completely viable option. If you want to, you could I wouldn't say easily sell, like you could just call up the next person and sell it. But if you wanted to move money across to another product, you could comfortably sell.
Well, let's say
you could sell with a calm enough mind, knowing that you're not leaving money on the table because its trajectory is going straight upwards.
Yeah, but if you want to make as much money as possible really quick, I would sell vintage and buy something else. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd say so. I'd say so as well.
All right. My turn.
Go.
PSA 10 Bubble Mew.
Ooh.
This card has been... Now, I've been following more of the raw value because I've been wanting to buy it.
Yeah.
But PSA 10 has followed a pretty similar pattern. Peaks and troughs.
Yes.
The troughs never troughing too hard, but the peaks have been peaking.
Yeah.
Of recent times, the hype around it has slowed down. Since probably Ascended Heroes, right? Just because there's so many new bangers out. I think Bubble Mew is a cult classic going forward. I think it's only going to go up in price. If you've got it, hold it.
Yep.
If you want to be part of that party, buy it.
Yeah, I agree completely. But I would say wait a minute because like it does have peaks and troughs constantly. Just wait for one of those troughs. Buy it then.
Yeah.
It's gonna keep going up.
Yeah.
And it would still be a perfectly fine, perfectly viable idea to buy one, even at a quote unquote peak.
Yeah.
Because I agree. I think it's just one of those cards that'll just constantly go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a nice card.
Yeah.
I really.
Yeah. And it'll be one of the biggest chases for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I think anyone that's been into Pokemon cards, as in like involved in it the past few years, you know, and like you know, going to shows and ribbon packs and, you know, just consuming Pokemon content.
Yeah.
That Bubble Mew is just like the card.
Yes.
Everyone loves it. It's a gorgeous card. Who doesn't like Mew? Do you know what I mean? And just everyone at least thinks it's a cool card. Yeah. No one, you know what I mean?
I don't think I've never met anyone who's just straight up hates the card. Right?
Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. It's just, Agree. As a generalist, everyone loves it.
Agree. My one, kind of piggybacking off the back of your first one. 151 Zard in a PSA 10. Now, interesting one. is how close is that card to hitting its ceiling if it hasn't already?
So this is the thing. As soon as the Phantasmal Mega Charizard came out, everyone stopped talking about
The focus switched.
the
The
focus
sentiment
switched.
changed.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, 151 Charizard, it's the new generational Zard. It's the new, that's the new Zard everyone wants.
Yeah.
And then that Mega, whole Charizard family evolution came out.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh,
And then
no.
immediately its raw price was the PSA 10
This
Charizard
is
price.
the card.
Just
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. I think that 151 Charizard has hit a ceiling. If you're looking to make money, then I would probably sell it and buy something else that's going to go up quicker. Holding it, probably in the same boat as vintage. Oh, but you know what else? Okay, if I'm gonna back myself, 151 sealed is overpriced versus its hits. So, in theory, the sealed is in demand because the collector premium, because the ripped premium, because it's just nice set, so on and so forth. And there's growth for the cards. The cards need to catch up to the price of the sealed.
Yep.
So in theory, if that is true and the sealed doesn't drop, which I don't see that happening, then the 151 Zard might actually be a good buy right now because Pokemon market is just so all over the shop that you might see now people go, oh, hey, you know what? 151 cards are undervalued. Like the singles are undervalued. The PSA 10s are undervalued because the sealed is so expensive that you can't rip them.
Plus, the focus isn't on 151 at the moment.
It's not.
No. Yeah, it hasn't been for a minute.
Yeah.
Right? People haven't forgotten about 151, don't get me wrong, but the focus isn't on it.
That's right.
The focus has been on somewhat the more recent sets, your heavy hitter sets, your Ascended, your Phantasmal, Destined Rivals even to an extent.
30th coming out.
Now we're shifting focus. Pre-orders for Delta Rain came out today.
Yes.
So everyone's looking at that. But before that, we've got 30th coming up. The focus is nowhere near 151 at the moment.
Yeah.
For that reason, I think it's a perfectly fine time to buy.
Yeah.
If you've got one, hang on to it because I think you've missed your chance to sell.
Yeah. But when did you buy that? Like the price hasn't moved that drastically that you've probably bought it at a relatively similar price to what it's worth now.
But yeah, correct. So if you're just wanting to, I don't know, wash your hands of it and you bought it not too long ago, you'd probably sell it for virtually the same price.
Yeah.
If you bought it hoping to make a little bit of money on it in the future, that's not going to happen just yet, probably. Hang on to it. That's what I reckon. And for that same reason, it's perfectly viable to buy it.
Just to play devil's advocate on this one, though. The 151 Zard, as a card, as a design, a lot of people thought it was epic. A lot of people said, if it wasn't 151 and it wasn't a Charizard, it's a crap card. A lot of people think it's overhyped because it's just a Charizard in a base set setup.
See,
So as a collector, how many people actually truly like that card and want to give it a final home at what price point? You know what I mean?
I personally believe, similar to your point just then, I believe it's one of those cards that collectors want because other collectors want it. I've never thought it's that epic of a card.
Yeah.
Right? And that could be a hot take to some people. The only reason I kind of like it is just because I'm generally a fan of those like nice big scenery kind of looking cards, right?
Yeah. With joining art.
Yeah, plus the whole joining art thing, fantastic, right? But as a solo card, I don't think it holds a candle to a lot of cards.
Yeah,
to
agreed.
be honest. It barely holds a candle to a lot of art rares.
Yeah.
But it holds the Charizard Premium.
Yeah.
It's one of the primo chasers out of a primo set.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you on that thought. But in terms of the game being the game, hold would be my answer.
I think so as well. I would
Yeah,
hold.
just
I would
hold.
hold. I wouldn't.
Hold. You've missed your chance to sell, I think.
Yeah.
So just hold.
Yeah. And I would even you could even buy one. You know,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah, you
same
could.
thing. If I think it's not a bad move because it could go up crazily at any moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
potentially, because again, as we mentioned, the focus isn't on 151.
Mm.
If the focus shifts to 151, because this hobby's fickle, right?
Yeah.
As soon as the sentiment swings a little bit,
Yeah. Everyone jumps back on it.
the boat gets rocked.
Yeah, and everyone
right?
goes, "Oh shit, it's going up.
Yeah.
I better buy it now."
Oh, I just remembered this is the greatest card of all time.
That's
Better
right.
buy it. So I think hold will be my answer.
All right, last one.
Last one.
Now, this timing of this one is going to dictate kind of where we go. So 25th anniversary
Mhm.
ETB. Now, the reason why I thought this was a juicy one, the 30th pre-release pre-orders are out,
Mhm.
right? Everyone's secured their bag.
Mhm.
And they've got a staggered release over the next 3 months, probably 6 months, right? We've already seen some movement with the 25th anniversary. And it really skyrocketed though the past like 2 years,
Mhm.
right? Like, and no one wanted it back then, like including me. I was like, I don't know, it's got stamps on it and shit. I don't want it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were on the shelves for ages, and now it's all of a sudden super sought after. Kind of hit a ceiling, kind of slowed down for a while because it's just so expensive. But with the 30th coming out, it's going to bring a lot of attention to the 25th again.
Yep.
A lot of people are going to speculate. A lot of people are going to think that this attention is going to cause a price increase.
Mhm.
A lot of people think that after the 30th, things are going to crash. The bubble's going to pop. The hype's going to die down. 30th is going to get printed like crazy, and everyone's going to get their hands on it, and you know, the Pokemon market's going to steady out. So with all these mixed opinions about these 30th anniversary sets, if you've got an ETB 20th anniversary now, would you hold it? Would you buy it? So would you sell it, or would you go, you know what, I'm going to even buy more of these because I think it's going to go up? I actually don't know the answer. I'm stumped on this one.
I think hold.
You reckon hold?
I think hold. Look, it perfectly fine. It's at a bit of a high at the moment.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine if you really want to sell. If you have one, like you'd be within your right to do it,
You
right?
bought it for $70 at Kmart.
Yeah, correct. Like, yeah,
It's
I
probably
think
$60 back then, I think.
I think it's what is it, like $700 at the moment?
Yeah, right.
Something crazy. But I think hold if you've got one, because yes, the 30th is supposed to be a staggered release and this and that. It's gonna be a huge set. I think it's gonna be one of those sets that transcends like just your current collector base. I think it's gonna bring people in.
You reckon?
Yep. Because it's a big anniversary celebration type thing, right? That gets people's attention.
Yeah.
People that haven't really touched Pokemon cards for God knows how long are kind of like, you know what, maybe I'll get back into it because these look interesting.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's a nostalgic 30th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think it'll bring more people in. So yes, staggered release. Yes, they've been printing it since 19-2 apparently. But we're not considering the fact that it's probably going to bring more people in. Right? So even if the supply has increased, will it be able to accommodate a demand increase? The reason I think holding on to the 25th ETB is a good call, is because when people can't get their hands on what they want, they look at alternatives.
Yeah, but do you reckon your average return to Pokemon consumer is going to be like, oh, I can't get the 30th from Kmart. Let me buy the set from 5 years ago. That's $1,000.
No, but your current guys probably will.
The current guys probably
Yeah.
will. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, sure. The new people that'll probably, I think, inevitably come into it.
Yeah.
They will accidentally have a hand in, and mind you, I hope I'm wrong, right? I want to be wrong because I hope 30th is everywhere,
Mm.
right? But they may accidentally have a hand in drying up those shelves a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
You just said something that actually is boggling my mind a little bit, and I did think about it. I have thought about it in this lead up to the 30th, but fact is, the 30th is actually going to introduce more people into Pokemon cards.
And people think the bubble's bursting.
Like,
Bubble's not bursting, man. Bubble's getting bigger.
Can you fathom that for a minute? Like, more people are going to be interested in Pokemon cards with this 30th anniversary, because people who are like their algorithm on Instagram and social is totally different. Pokemon doesn't even pop up for them. Dude, I saw an ad on like YouTube, or even TV even. I think it was on TV or maybe YouTube for Chaos Rising.
Yeah.
Like an actual ad.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit.
I haven't seen a Pokemon ad for ages.
I haven't seen it for the cards.
Yeah.
I'm like, I haven't seen that. Like, they're advertising this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it busy enough?
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently not.
Apparently not. So like, yeah, just fathom that. Just think of that for a second. The amount of people that are into Pokemon right now, you cannot walk through a card show in Melbourne. Like, there's no room. You can't fit into the building. And the 30th is going to introduce, you can't get product off the shelf that doesn't exist, except for that one that no one wanted, Perfect Order, because to be fair, it's just paperweight. But point is, anything that dude, like, I don't know, I just thought about that for a second, like the shit's gonna get crazier.
Yeah. So to cap off the game, because we're running on time.
Yeah.
To cap off the game, yeah, I think it's a hold.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I think it's a hold, and no reason, if you got the money for it, buying's not the worst idea in the world. But if you've got one, absolutely hold. Yeah, and I've got one, and I'm holding.
Ooh, there you go.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, actually, see, I don't have a 151 ETB. I've got the.
I'm sure you got a ripped one somewhere.
I know. I never bought one.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I bought 3 Snorlax sealed promos for $10 each though at a card show.
Yeah, they jacked up a bit.
Oh, he's out.
Oh, well,
that's our cue.
Fair enough. That is our cue.
Yeah, I bought $10 and they went up, and I was like, oh, nice, cool. All right, over and out.
Yes.
Let us know what you would buy, sell, hold, swap, eat, or throw in the bin.
Yes. Like, comment. We keep forgetting to do these ones.
Yeah.
Subscribe. We're YouTube, we're Spotify, we're Apple Podcast. Wherever you enjoy listening to us, wherever you enjoy watching us, we're TikTok, we're Insta, we're OnlyFans, we're Uber, we're Uber Eats, we're Tinder, we're Grindr.
Join our Discord server.
It's Discord, Patreon, PlayStation Plus.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Join our Halo 3 lobby.
Fuck, those were the days.
Oh, goated.
Oh, LAN parties?
Oh my god.
Yeah, bring your whole console over. That was a wild thought.
My algorithm is like so much Halo 3 nostalgic stuff. It just makes me so sad. I was like, don't do this to me, please. I was like, Halo 3 menu music. And I'm just sit there, just watch the video for 5 minutes.
Yeah. I might replay.
I have replayed it a few times. Yeah.
I haven't played in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Over and out.
We're done, skis. See you later.